What in God's name is going on in here?
We're going to be a little distracted this episode with, was it WrestleMania? What is it, 40?
Yeah,
40?
WrestleMania 40.
Okay. WrestleMania 40 is in the background here. We're watching it as we're chit-chatting here away on the mics. But yeah, this is going to be episode 107. 107, man. It's going to be, just to give you a heads up, it's going to be heavy Steve Martin talk on this one. A lot of Steve Martin on this one. And
He didn't pass away or anything, did he?
No. And
God damn it, Vinnie.
Yeah, I know. And the funny thing is, though, so we watched this, documentary on him the other day. It's a brand new documentary that came out on Steve Martin. What was it called? It's Steve Martin.
I saw some stuff
It's good.
online.
It's on Apple, right?
And I thought
Apple
something
TV.
happened to him.
Apple TV's got a Steve Martin. It's a brand new documentary on him. Did you have the name of it or no? Steve Martin. Anyway, I always, excuse me.
It's called Steve.
Okay,
The documentary in 2 parts.
That's a pretty cool logo. Gin and juice.
The old man. Okay.
Anyway, Snoop's new gin and juice. Anyway, Steve Martin documentary. We checked this out. It was on Apple TV. Man, it was really good. It had a lot of information. A lot of shit I didn't know about Steve Martin. Anyway, he's a Texas boy, Waco boy, born in 45, August of 45. When he was 5, they moved to of course they moved to California because his dad was like a real estate salesman. So they moved to LA, went out to LA and they moved out there and started living out there. And that's where Steve he grew up. And as he was growing up, he was fascinated with entertainment and shit. So when he was 15 years old, he started working at Disneyland. He said his job was real easy. He worked at like the entrance, and he passed out like those guys are pretty slick. He would pass out the pamphlets, and that's all he did. When he ran out of pamphlets, he was done. He could roam around Disneyland all day if he wanted to, just for free, as long as he passed out the pamphlets correctly. So he did that. He got into magic and shit, and he started working at what was that place called?
I don't know.
It was like some kind of like
a magic shop.
A magic shop, yeah, at Disneyland. And he got into magic, man. He started doing magic and shit, doing that. And thing about him, that you wouldn't even know. And he said, I didn't even know. Like, 'cause they were talking to him like now, and they would cut to him now, and they were talking to him, and he would be like, "Oh, dude, it was funny." Like in the beginning, he goes, "This is my breakfast every day." He's what is he, 70? 75? Yeah, 75. And his breakfast every morning is he has a piece of toast and 2 poached eggs. And he goes, "That's as much cooking as I know how to do." And he has his coffee. But it was just funny to see him. It was funny. He goes, you think you're going to come into, he was telling the documentary guy, he was telling him, and you come into my house, you think you're going to meet a movie star.
Yeah, he's he's just nothing. Laid back.
Yeah, he
like
goes,
very common.
Yeah, he's like, dude, this is all you're going to get. He was telling the documentary guy, he's like, dude, this is what I do. He goes, I just eat my eggs in the morning, and I'm very boring. He goes,
I saw, speaking of coffee, because he did that Jerry Seinfeld. Cars and Comedians.
Yeah.
Coffee, Cars, and Comedians or something. And like that's where he drives a little Austin Healy.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, he's just very common.
Yeah, dude,
like nothing flashy, nothing crazy in the house. Like like it's just he's just like I go about my day.
Yeah. And the funny thing, he was like that document. Like I said, during the documentary, the guy that's running the camera and shit, the documentary guy there with the camera, would ask him something. He's like, I look at myself online. I Googled myself because I want to see. He goes, that's not what I'm worth, but I'll take it if that's what it is. It's a little much. He goes, but I'm not worth that, my net worth. He goes, but it's just, it was just weird for him to like be Googling himself because, it's just weird. Cause
I Googled myself.
Yeah, I tried to. I didn't get much out of it, dude. I got a shady background. But it was really cool to see him growing up, man. Like they showed the old pictures of him, and he looked just like himself. I mean, like he was like young as shit, but nothing. His facial features never changed, right? Like he looked exactly the same. Like at 15, he looked the same. And but the thing about it, the dark thing about him, and it's the thing known that comedians have a dark background. And he's like, at home, my home was like very dark. My dad was very had a heavy hand. He didn't take no shit. And he goes, and I had a shitty home life, but I had all the good times I had were outside the home. He goes, so that's where I had my fun at Disneyland and hanging out with his buddies and shit. He goes, but you could never tell that. You wouldn't know that I had a bad childhood, like growing up, because nobody could tell because when I was out, I always had a smile on my face. He goes, you could never tell. But he went to college, man, at night. As he got to the college, he went to college in the daytime. He worked at night. He kept chasing the dream of being a comedian. He wanted to be a comedian. He wanted to be in entertainment somehow. He got good at the magic. He kept doing that, and then he eventually in time he got a spot with like the Smothers Brothers and shit. And the Smothers Brothers was an old like variety show.
Did you find them interesting? I didn't. Their comedy was very like
it's
bland.
very corny,
Yeah,
very
just,
corny and cheesy.
Yeah,
I get it for the time that it was, but it was just bad. But he was on there for a while. He was like a writer because he was a writer, man. He loved writing. Like I said, he just wanted to be in entertainment, but his passion was writing and shit and of that nature, writing. So he did that. He started doing stuff with the Smothers Brothers. Got a job with them. Was a writer. Then he finally started doing like gigs, like his stand up gigs. But the thing that impressed me about him, and the thing that I took away that we enjoyed, is just like it was like 1968. There's like the height of Vietnam shit, and comedians and shit were doing their bits were about Vietnam and anti-war and shit. He goes, when I did my thing, he goes, I didn't want to do an act like that. He goes, I want to do an act of myself, like me. It was goofy shit. It was silly shit. Me with the banjo and shit like that. He goes,
because he was very silly.
Yeah, he goes, I didn't want to do serious shit. Like,
his comedy was very,
very, very silly.
Well, even now, it's like him and Martin Short were talking, and they're trying to come up with jokes, so they'll just bring up random things. And somebody said a celebrity as a president. He's like, nope. I don't want to do that because then people are going to think Trump, and I don't want to. Because I don't want politics involved in any of his stuff. I love that. It's like I don't want to hear you talk about politics. I want you to be funny.
And that's like I've said it before. That's
cool.
the kind of comedy that I like. Is just no political, no none of that. Just funny,
Make
just
me
flat
laugh,
out
dude.
funny.
He So what it was at the time, he was like, but he would, despite the fact that he wasn't into the politics or into all that shit, the anti-protesting, all that stuff, but he did look like a hippie because I had long hair, I had the beard, I looked like a hippie, I looked like a real, beatnik kind of thing. He goes, but I wasn't. Now he goes, I wanted to find my own way. He goes, and I was looking at all these comedians and they all looked the same. They all dressed, they all looked the same. He goes, so I wanted to go outside the box. So what did I do? I shaved my beard, got me a haircut. And I put a suit on. He goes, I put it in that. Ever since then, he's always had a suit when he does comedy. He's always got a suit on. And he goes, and I just wanted to be different and stand out and be, try to be classy, but doing stupid shit. So, that's when he did the arrow through the head, the arrow and the balloons, animal balloons and shit. Like he was just doing off the wall shit, and it was just like musical bits and stuff like that. And he was just, and dude, he fucking journaled and documented everything, dude. Like he would record himself at his house and shit. And it was just fascinating. He's a fascinating guy, man. Like you know what? Dude is so fucking dark, man. Dark and sad, dude. Like he been married like twice? Twice. And he's like the biggest romantic. And that he wrote, I don't know if you ever seen that movie. It's Roxanne. Yeah, with the nose. He wrote that because it's like he's a hopeless romantic, man. Like he always feels lonely. He wrote The Lonely Guy. And it was a comedy movie, but it was him. It was a lonely person, just a lonely dude trying to find love and shit. It was really cool to see that side of him, man, because you always see the silly shit of him. But to see that side that he's really dark and really sad and lonely.
I was not a fan of The Jerk.
Oh, dude, that's the best, dude. That's the best.
Like,
I loved it.
I don't like, I know he's silly, but I don't like him being like buffoons.
Too much.
Yeah, that was too much.
Yeah.
She didn't even like, she loves Steve Martin. She
love
didn't like
him.
it.
He is my absolute favorite.
Yeah,
and
she
that
didn't
was
like
not
it.
funny.
I think one of my favorite movies that he was in was, I think it's called Parenthood.
Oh yeah, Jennifer loves that. Jennifer loves that movie.
And it's this very, it's comedy, but it's like, it's reality comedy is what it is.
Like harsh, yeah. It's like, what was the other one you liked?
Father of the Bride.
Father of the Bride.
Both of those.
We had Martin Short was in there, of course,
Yeah,
and Martin Short,
I love
they're like best friends.
The Out of Towners.
Him
They
and-
redid that one.
Okay, I didn't see that one.
It's him and Goldie Hawn.
Goldie
It's
Hawn.
so good.
See, and I liked Bowfinger.
Mm.
See, Bowfinger was good.
I like Bringing Down the House, and I don't think anybody likes that movie besides me.
Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah and Betty White is the racist neighbor.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But it's so funny.
But the Bowfinger one, he broke that one down. He's like, dude, if you watch Bowfinger, he's just waiting on his FedEx package, and that's all he wanted was his package.
But Eddie Murphy was like so like funny, goofy in that.
Yeah,
and it kind of brought an SNL feel to it as far as like like when because like I said, Steve Martin, I like him, like he has a. It's not like, it's like a dry comedy, I guess.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And it's just, that's the way he was. He was like the director and everything, and then he picks up Eddie Murphy's character.
But the thing is, like, his characters, though, that's him.
Yeah. Like it's
for
always
sure.
him.
Like,
It's weird.
That is him. Because when you see him as himself and he's talking about himself, I'm like, oh, so you are the dad on Father of the Bride.
Yeah.
Like, that
He's
is
very,
you.
He's very, like, short and stern and very, like...
anal about things.
Yeah, very
like
anal.
Murder in the Building. Have you guys seen that?
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh,
what
I told
are
him
you
we have to
doing?
start it.
I know, we haven't started yet.
What are you
we haven't started
doing?
yet. But,
oh God!
But man, it's he's just dude. The guy's deep. So not even just he's so goddamn talented, man. It's like not even as he's a comedian, he's a movie star. He writes, and then now he's doing this really cool fucking thing that you're gonna. Oh, one thing I wanted to tell you that you would enjoy that Jennifer was freaking out on. He was doing, I don't know who he was on tour for, but he was on tour and he was in Vegas and he got to meet Elvis, man. He got to shake hands with Elvis. That was really Elvis is like, what did Elvis tell him? You're like a weird oddity. He's like, you're weird, man. Like your comedy's weird. It's like, but it was like he said, I took it as a compliment though. He's like, that was cool as shit.
You're weird there, man. You're weird there.
Yeah, he came across him in the lobby.
Yeah, they were passing each other in the lobby. He goes, but it was just. He goes to see Elvis in that time. That was like his heyday when he was, big and, in the Vegas shit. And he goes, it was just cool to meet the guy. He goes, I was really taken aback by him.
He said, Priscilla.
Yeah.
This guy's a weirdo.
He's like, dude, you're odd, dude. He goes, like, your comedy's very odd. He goes, but, I like you. You're cool. Like, what did you say? What was it? So
Three Amigos is all like,
yeah.
That was my first.
Dude,
my first introduction to Steve Martin Short, and
fucking Chevy Chase, man. Chevy Chase is the shit, man.
Chevy Chase.
He was saying that he really got into the comedy gig and shit.
Sucked. The table
They brought it out. Oh, it fell apart.
Before
they get there.
Come on, get another one. Hurry up.
He said, what did he say? He was doing gigs and shit, doing comedy, and he was doing it with this band called the Nitty Gritty Band, right?
Nitty Gritty Dirt Band.
Nitty Gritty Dirt Band.
Oh, really?
And he was
that
their
sounds
best
like
friends.
Pretty cool.
They're best friend. Him and the lead singer are best friends. Huh?
You know them, right?
What
band?
Nitty Gritty Dirt Band?
Yeah.
No, it sounds cool though.
What's the name
They
of it?
sing that song "Fishing in the Dark," that country song.
Yeah.
I gotta listen to it.
Check it out. You'll dig it.
You probably know.
But that was when he got into the game of like the Hollywood game. He was best friends with them, and they would take him on tour with him, and he was making $150 a night every gig. He goes, and that was just barely making any money. He goes, after I paid gas and shit, I wasn't making shit. He goes, but he goes, I did it because I got my foot in the door and shit. And then it was just great, man. It was just great to see his progression, man. And he goes, but he wasn't getting nowhere with it. Like he wasn't happy. He wasn't making any headway on it off the comedy game.
Yeah.
So he said to himself, when I hit 30, if I don't make it, I'm out. Like I'm done with it. I'm done with comedy. I'm not gonna do it no more. I'm gonna get a real fucking job and move on. And then he kept doing comedy, and he got a gig at the Playboy place, right? The Playboy Club. The Playboy Club. Who was there? The guy, I forgot who said he was in there with that he saw. I can't remember, but he was in the Playboy Club. It was in San Francisco. He goes, I bombed every night, dude, because it's all these rich guys that are in there, but they're not there for comedy. They're there for the chicks. They're not there for me, dude. He's like, so I was bombing, and he just couldn't figure it out.
He
man.
was just background noise.
He was just fucking, he was just racket. But finally, on his 30th birthday, it finally happened, man. He kept doing comedy. He finally his comedy album, The Confident Idiot, that made it, dude. That got him. What was it? The biggest selling comedy album ever?
Yeah,
biggest comedy selling album ever, dude, in history. And
really?
He goes, yeah. And what it was? He goes, what I found, the niche that I found for me. He goes, I was an idiot. I was stupid. But I was confident with it. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm a dumbass, so what of it, And he had that thing of it, and it worked for him, and it just fucking rocketed him off to fucking, he just took off, man. And he got his gig, and then he got his break at SNL, and then we got to SNL, he's like, man, these are people that I can relate to. These are people, I've been weird my whole life. Now I'm in a group of other weirdos at Saturday Night Live.
I think his cast and Sandler's cast are probably the best SNL cast.
for sure.
Now it's just I don't even know why it's still fucking on.
It's not
dude.
funny at all. The
It's
only
not.
ones I watch are when Adam Driver's on it.
Yeah, when he's hosting.
Because he's funny.
Like I don't even like that kid. What's his name? That was that dated the Kardashian.
Oh yeah.
What's his name? The goofy bastard.
What's his name? The tall kid, Kardashian.
That dated Kim.
Pete
Davidson.
Pete
Davidson.
I was going to say Pete
He
Wentz.
does got you know what his backstory? I know you probably seen his backstory before. His dad was in 9/11. He died in 9/11.
Yeah.
His dad. He was in the building.
He's a police officer, a New York police officer.
Oh yeah, he died he had to go rescue people.
Like,
and that's why he's fucked up. He said, "Hey, he's just that's one of his
he's
issues."
not funny. No.
No, he's not funny at all.
I don't think he is. He's got his.
I was watching Suicide Squad, and he was in it. And his part, I promise you, was only like 5 minutes.
Oh Jesus, dude!
And he played. He like I was like I can't. I'm glad his. Oh, never mind. I don't,
Oh,
I don't want to get dark.
I didn't know he was gonna wrestle tonight.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool, man. I didn't know. I haven't seen him in action.
Oh, wait until you see him in action.
I only see highlights and shit of him.
Wait until
we're
you
talking
see this
about
kid in action.
Paul.
What's his name? Flying up in the air.
Get away from
What's his
these
name?
guys.
Logan Paul, right?
Logan.
Logan,
Yeah.
right? He's the prime
What'd you
one,
say
right?
you can't get away from these guys?
Yes.
His brother is
Oh, did you
Jake.
get to see that video they have of Jake? He was he was in Philadelphia running up the stairs. The Rocky. He was dressed up like Rocky and running up the Rocky stairs and shit. And he was at the top and shit doing the thing.
Probably because of this right
yeah,
here.
he's over there with him. Yeah. And people were like, he was getting taken. It was pretty cool. Like I said, I get it. He's a cool cat. Like he was taking pictures with fans and shit. Fans were flipping out, taking selfies with him and shit. It's really cool. Like I said.
Back to Steve Martin.
Yeah. So anyway, excuse me. So in '75, Steve finally got his break. SNL. Like I said, he got it. Like he was around Chevy Chase, and he's like, damn, Chevy Chase is physical comedy, kind of like I do. I do physical comedy. Was it Gilda Radner? Him and her like hit it off like instantly because they both have the.
I bet he smashed Gilda.
Oh, I'm sure.
I bet he did.
Who? I always forget her name.
She's hideous too.
Oh,
No,
big time.
no, she was
Gilda-
adorable. Her
Gilda
and Gene
Radner?
Wilder, like my favorite ever.
Yeah, Gilda Radner.
No, I wish they'd had kids.
Damn it, what's his name?
Gilda Radner.
Oh, damn. I'm drawing a blank. What his name was? Shit.
It was really cool. He has the jacket from
Yes.
Three Amigos.
Yes, the
still.
whole suit.
He
the
had
whole
it,
suit.
and he put the jacket on.
And because it still fits. He goes, dude is in shape, man. Like he's in shape, man. He's for an old cat. He's
Okay.
He just seems like a cool grandpa.
Oh, dude, he's awesome, dude.
I will say, Brendan Schaub threw a monkey wrench in my brain, though.
We were
When he
listening to
brought
the
up
podcast.
that thing about, he said that Steve Martin wears a wig and has for years and years and years. It's in his book.
Yeah.
And I was like, Brendan Schaub's full of
He's an
shit.
idiot. You don't know.
I Googled it, and it's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Since he was like, 30 years?
Yeah,
For like 30
He
years.
wears a white
wig.
wig.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Yeah. And I didn't believe him. I was like, nah, it's because that dude on this podcast always bullshitting. So I was like, he's bullshitting.
Brendan said it's true, and Google says it's true.
Yeah.
So I guess it's true.
It's guaranteed to be true. No, but it was true.
Earplugs.
It's a fake. It's a dig. It's a get up, man.
Yeah.
And I had no idea. I couldn't smell that rug.
wow.
I didn't smell that rug, man. That shag rug. I didn't smell it.
He's
man.
on the list of like best wigs
Rugs.
or whatever.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, man. But so he made it. So he, like I said, he finally got to a place where he could be weird with other weirdos like him with Saturday Night Live. So he made it at home, and he loved it there. And that was his thing, man. The thing about it, he was doing, he was reflecting on one of his big comedy nights that he was doing, and he goes, his mom and dad, because he would go back home. Steve Martin would go back home as he was older. Steve Martin would go back home. And his dad would tell him, so what are you doing? And his dad would make fun of him because he was a comedian. He's like, dude, you're not going to make it with this shit. Because his dad was very critical on him and didn't think he was going to, what he was doing was, was legit, was credible. He thought he was stupid. So he was just trying to get his dad's approval and shit. But finally, at one point, his dad and his mom went to one of his shows and they were just taken aback how he had like 10,000 people at his show. He would do arenas and shit. This is back in the 70s. He was doing an arena with like 7,000 people. And his parents were tripped out because everybody had like rabbit ears on or had the arrow through the head. And they were like, man, our son has like a fucking crazy ass following. Like we didn't know our son was this fucking big because his parents didn't watch TV and shit. They're just older people, and they were just taking it back like how big of a following he had. It was just all these sea of people with like fucking balloons on their head and like the way he would dress up and shit in his shows and stuff.
That's crazy.
But it was just cool, and they were just like, I guess he's somebody. I guess he made it, so he's he did it. His parents were just proud of him and shit. It was just for the first time. I guess his dad was like proud of him and shit. It was really cool moment. But yeah, man, it was just a damn good documentary. It was like 2 parts because it was all the old shit, and then they cut to the new shit now where he's at now and what he's doing now, and
They got the Slim Jim car back.
and what else? What else did they get into?
I know I say that, but it was stolen.
The Slim Jim car.
Yeah, somebody stole that car.
Slim Jim. It's pretty sweet. I like the color. And then that's when we come into the jerk in the 80s, the early 80s. He got into acting. He goes, man, I'm done with this comedy. He retired from comedy. Like he walked away from comedy. He's like, I'm not doing comedy anymore. I'm gonna focus on movies because I want to be in movies. I want to be an actor now. So he did the jerk. He wrote the jerk. 3 Three Amigos. He did some romantic movies.
One of my favorites of all time. Three Amigos.
Yeah, that was a shit.
When I was a little bitty, like when did that movie come out? Like 85, 86?
Maybe 87, maybe. But that was when he said he did the movie right after he did that one.
86.
86. Mm-hmm. The movie right after he did Three Amigos was like a bust. He goes, it was terrible. He did like a dancing skit. Like it was just bad. He goes, so he kind of rethought the acting thing, but then he did some other stuff, and then he got into like planes, trains, and automobiles, and all that.
That was
like
90s.
He wrote, dude, the cool shit. All the movies that he wrote are in this like his library, and they're all lined up, and it's very
the scripts.
Yeah, everything he wrote is fucking amazing. His the way he is. He's so organized, man.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles was 87.
Oh, was
so
it?
That was next.
Okay.
Yeah, and when he talked about John Candy, I'm out.
Oh yeah.
I fucking lost it
because he pulled the script. He pulled the script out of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And he's like, "Damn, this was a great thing." He goes, "I can't believe we cut this out of the movie. I can't believe we cut this out of the movie." He goes, and then he talked about the part where him and John Candy are at the train station at the end of the movie, and he goes, "This should have been a longer part, but they cut it short." He goes, "But it's talking about like his the writing is like." He wrote that for John Candy, where it's like talking about his life, like that character, and like Steve Martin was like bawling, dude, like he was crying his ass off. It was a trip, man. It was really sad, but he was just saying, I wish we wouldn't have cut that part out, but because of timers, they had to cut the movie short. But he goes, that part should have stayed in there. And he was like losing his shit and stuff. But he's a real sentimental guy, man. He's really cool, man. He's really wears his heart in his sleeve and shit. He's really nice, man. But you gotta check that out, man. I'm trying to think what else was on there. There was a big hitter that was on there. What else was on there? That was huge. It was a good part on that show. I can't remember. But anyway, it was just cool to see him now. He's still doing his comedy thing. Him and Smart and Short, like I said, they do a thing together. It's they tour.
Yeah, I saw that. It was good. It was amazing.
It's good, man.
Did you guys see that one yet?
Not yet. But they showed the behind the scenes of them writing and shit.
Awesome.
And that's what it was so good, man, to see them.
That was awesome. And then because I think they did that because of Murder in the Building. Like if you guys have to see Murder in the Building.
We will.
Like it's amazing.
We definitely will.
And I think they're into second season or third season now.
Third, yeah.
Jesus. Okay, we're really behind.
Yeah.
I told you.
So yeah. I'll say all that to say this is just to watch that Steve Martin thing. It's dude's Jesus. Just he's there's not nothing like him, man. There's not gonna be another Steve Martin when he goes, man, because he's just. Anyway, the thing.
How old is he?
78. What? 78. What? 70. And the thing about when you said the thing about is he gonna die? Well, throughout the whole documentary, at the second part of it, which is him now, the whole second part, he's just like, I'm doing all these things because, my daughter's young and I'm old and I'll probably be dead.
His daughter's like young.
She's like 5, I think. She's
little,
dude.
Yeah, dude.
So he's like, I'm doing all this shit for her. He goes, because I feel like I'm gonna. He kept bullshitting, like being sarcastic. He's like, I'm gonna be dying soon. So like. But he was like being sincere, like he was sincere, but he was like kidding, but he wasn't.
How old is his spouse?
She's 30 something. Yeah, dude, she's like young. Like,
man, she's trying to cash in.
Yeah, she's like 30,
cash in.
She's like 35, 36. But she's like him, dude. She's very dry. She looks like a old school librarian with the glasses and stuff. Really cool chick though, but you can tell they're very dry people. But dude, he's a fucking amazing dude. Steve Martin's amazing. You want to hop into your pop culture extremes over here?
Yeah, I have no music because
bullshit.
I don't love Beyonce or Fall Out Boy, and that's literally.
Thank you.
I like old Fall. Don't look at me like that. I like old Fall Out Boy. I don't like the shit from 2007. I know that's new. That's old to you, but it's not to me. I don't like that shit, and I don't like Beyonce. So I skip music altogether.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
For movies, we have Sweeney Todd.
Oh, nice. Okay, I remember that. Yeah.
A movie you like is Death Proof.
Oh, I love that, dude.
That came out in 2007.
Kurt Russell, man. Holy shit, that car was amazing.
Yeah, and then The Game Plan with
The Rock.
Peterhead, as
The Rock.
Vinnie likes to say. I love that movie, though.
That was it. Was it
the one where he has the daughter?
He's a football player, right?
Player?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I follow the girl. She's pretty good looking now.
She's old.
I bet she is because she was a really cute kid.
She's hot.
Isn't it weird that she's old enough to be hot? Oh.
Yeah. You know who was you know what I was looking at the other day? I was going through a thing, and then how they always sometimes on social media they always have like the two friends, and they show them now. Like they showed 6 and Blossom, and then they showed them now, and 6 is hot now.
Oh really?
Yeah, she's hot. You know why they called her 6? You know why I said she got her name?
No.
It took her dad a 6-pack to have her, like to conceive her. That's what she said on the show.
Oh wow.
It took my dad a 6-pack to.
Yikes.
Yeah. Anyway,
Like
That's why she was 6.
All
six
right.
times or like six
Six
beers?
pack, a 6 beers, a 6-pack of beer, and
You
then
had
she
to
was
be drunk.
Can't do that nowadays.
Yeah, right. But it was she was hot, man. Oh, go ahead. Death Proof, yeah. Death Proof.
TV shows.
Oh, yeah.
We have Flipping Out,
Oh, with Jeff Lewis.
Jeff Lewis.
Oh, I love that guy.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Ooh.
I love that show. And Kitchen Nightmares.
Was that like when it premiered?
Yep.
Ramsey, that's when he had the good hair. When he was all
Those shows
big and
premiered
shit.
in 2007.
Yeah. Okay.
And I decided to do events this time since I didn't have music.
Something that happened?
Anna Nicole Smith died in 2007.
Ooh, boom. That's a bummer.
I know,
was
it's
pissed.
sad, but
I was pissed.
February.
We used to love her. I used to love her show, the Anna Nicole show.
Nicole, yeah.
It was so good, man.
Britney Spears shaved her head in 2007.
Yeah, she went crazy. She went the full crazy. She went full Monty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
And
shit.
Bob Barker did his last episode of The Price is Right.
Yeah, and then what's he? Drew Carey took over, right?
Yep.
Cleveland Rocks. Anyway, he that's the show. Remember the
Yes.
And Mimi was on there.
Mimi, I'm aware.
Mimi.
Did you know? And I'm pretty sure we probably know. I'm sure it's been ran around 100 times. Drew Carey was molested. He was tainted. He was tainted goods.
By Bob Barker?
No, he just got diddled at home. I mean, he got diddled at some point as a
I
child.
didn't know that. I know was it his wife or something was murdered?
Oh no shit!
Yeah.
I thought that was Pat
Drew
Oswalt.
Carey, Jesus
No, it was
Christ.
a different one. She wasn't murdered. She died of cancer or some shit.
Oh,
remember?
Pat Oswalt.
She died of being too fucking nosy.
She was pretty nosy.
He was. He's still doing it though, huh? He's still doing the.
Yeah, he's still doing the
Price is Right?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Hey,
Also,
he's just trying to collect the check.
oh, dude,
don't
that's a good
mind
check.
He
I
knows.
think
He
it's
knows.
fine.
He knows he's done.
Did
He knows he's a rap in
Did he keep-
the.
yeah,
the-
It's fine.
I
in
wonder
the
if he-
TV world.
Yeah, I wonder if he kept the tradition going to be sure to spay and
Yes.
neuter.
I think he does,
Kept
yes.
it going. Okay, he kept it going. That was great, man. That was a great.
I don't think he's harassing any of the chicks.
No, I don't think so either.
I like
don't
him
think-
because he gets like an attitude if somebody's annoying.
Oh, does he?
Yeah,
I haven't watched it.
Okay, let's spin the
Let's
wheel
move on.
or what the hell
Yeah,
ever.
stop fucking around. Yeah.
I do like that part of him.
Was that all the ones you had?
Yeah, that's all I had.
No. I'm just making sure before I don't want to step on your fucking toes because I know I was gonna step on your toes with the Anna Nicole
Yeah, you
shit
were.
because I'm obsessed with her just as much as you are in different ways.
No,
In different ways.
no, I don't think so.
Wow. Wait. Well, maybe it
I
could
don't
be
think it's different ways. But go
could be
ahead.
a
Cans.
stalemate.
Cans.
She had great cans. Knocked Up came out that year. Judd Apatow was like on a fucking streak that year. He did that. He did Super Bad.
No.
So he was what
Knocked Up had the most horrifying scene ever in life.
was it? What's his name's
When
ass?
she was giving birth.
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about what's his name's ass.
Why they had
Seth
to
Rogen's
show
ass.
that? Did you see it in the theater? Or
I can't remember, but I
No.
saw Caden being born, and I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, you're good
Oh.
enough. You're all set, huh?
Oh
yeah.
god.
I did try not to look, and then I looked, and
Big
then
mistake.
I still see it because there was a freaking TV monitor, like the boob type TVs, not like the flat screens.
Yeah. He had the
So
The
you
fat
could,
backs?
yeah, so you could see everything, and I was like,
Mhm.
ah.
Yeah, it was gross.
And then the nurse was like, "Do you need a bed? Also, do we need to lay down?" And I'm like, God. I was like, I tried not to look.
Disgusting.
So Bonnie Hunt was my unconventional
Oh yeah,
crush.
yeah.
Would Katherine Heigl count? Because I always thought she was pretty.
Yeah. I mean, she
She
had
unconventional?
She had,
'Cause she's
I don't
pretty.
think she's
pretty
unconventional. A lot
hot.
of people
She's
think
pretty
she's
hot.
hot. She's pretty-
Okay,
and then
but I've always liked her.
she was in a movie. What was that movie called? It was that movie you showed. It was something about a star or something. She was
Wish Upon a Star.
Wish Upon a Star. She was like young as
It's
shit.
one of my favorite movies.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
has what the hell's her name? The girl from Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
When we were gonna go see.
Yeah, and
the,
it was just too fucking hot.
can't think of her name. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's got her in it, and it's really, really cute, and it's on Tubi if anybody wants to watch it.
Yeah, was it called
Wish Upon a
Wish
Star.
Upon a Star? Yeah, that's right.
It's really good. It's kind of Freaky Friday-ish.
Yeah, it
but
has that vibe
they're
to it.
sisters. They change
Yeah.
places.
She's
It's-
also in The Ringer, remember, with Johnny Knoxville?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about
The
that.
mall closes at 9.
Hey, you know
We're
that
going to go get ice cream.
that movie was filmed at Texas State,
Oh,
which
really?
is San Marcos.
San
Yeah,
Marcos.
San
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You had a friend over there, right?
Yeah. Already, that's why I knew that.
Tell me, you always tell me the story, and I used to like hearing the story. When you not like it, but it was making me laugh. You said there was a friend that used to do sex calling or sex phone.
Yeah, Brandy's roommate.
And you said, well, she looked like a foot, right?
Oh yeah.
And she was doing the phone
We'd go
sex.
over there and she'd be like folding laundry and I'm not gonna do it, but she'd be like making noises and like acting like but she's just folding laundry and doing like house chores.
And you think you're talking to this smoking
Yeah.
hot chick, and
Nah.
apparently she was what, a foot?
Nah.
Yeah, she looked
Big
like a
ass foot.
She looked like a foot.
She had big feet?
No, she just looked like a foot.
Or she looked like
a foot.
She looked like hammer toe.
Yeah.
It was bad.
It was bad.
But yeah, when you told me
Yeah, she would just be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this to you and that," but she's just folding laundry.
And they were on the other side.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna yank on this and
Yeah.
pull on that. And
It was super weird.
lick on that.
But
You like that? Oh, yeah.
I wonder if that's still a thing.
I don't know.
Probably not.
But like,
Well,
why
OnlyFans and
now?
shit
I
now.
mean,
There's
It's
just
like
too much.
OnlyFans.
There's just too much
shit
out
now.
there.
You
That's
know.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You
nobody's
can't-
calling.
The old
Not unless
ones-
you're in like in the middle of Iraq somewhere.
the
you
old
know.
people might use it though.
Maybe like old cats.
Like old
Nah,
old dudes.
nah.
Why do they still go to the video store? There's still
there's
video stores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The porn
And there's
shops.
always cars in the parking lot, so it's like,
Dude,
what are you
God
for?
damn.
I used to. I'm headed to work at like 7 a.m. Right? I'm headed to work, and this is back in the day, and I'd be headed to work, and I would pass one of those, and dude, there's cars all out front and shit. It's like
Yeah.
7 a.m. Who's ready to fucking jerk at that
And
already?
get out
That's
your
too damn
phone.
early.
Like,
It's
why
fucking
are you going
early.
in to
Like,
purchase
I'm not even awake yet. dude. Like,
DVDs or whatever you're doing? It's weird. It's
But
so
it-
weird.
yeah, I used to live over there off of I forget on the east side over there on Channelview, and I'd head to work, and I had to work in Houston. I had to go be down on I-10. And there was always these nudie books and nudie bookstores with the magazines and the videos and shit. And it's like, dude, they'd be packed. The parking lots.
Didn't they call them like 24-hour news stands?
Yeah, nude stands. Yeah,
Nude stands.
dude, it's insane, man. That's where you get that's where you get your
man.
fleshlights and all that good stuff.
Golly.
Your lubricants and your fleshlights. That's where you get those things at.
But order it on Amazon. I mean,
I guess-
that's the thing is, there's no need to be seen in front of that store anymore.
With the little black
No,
flag.
not unless you have like a really bad comb over and it just
That's what
strands
I'm
of
saying.
hair.
It's for the. I'd like to go in there and see the kind of
Strands.
people that are in there now.
Oh,
Can
yeah,
you
for sure.
imagine?
With Dahmer glasses and
Oh,
strands
yeah.
of
Oh,
hair.
yeah, greasy skin and shit.
Ugh.
Fucking-
Golly.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm
Looking
loving
like
it.
they haven't seen sun in I don't know how long.
Fucking-
Oh.
But yeah, I used to see those things every morning. What were we talking about? I got sidetracked there.
I don't even know.
I got sidetracked. I forgot where I was at.
We're knocked up. Knocked
Knocked
moving.
up.
Knocked up.
Super bad. Judd
Super bad.
Apatow.
Yeah, super bad. And that super bad's where I got introduced to Emma Stone. Whew. But yeah, that's a whole nother story for another day. Anyway, so now,
I got a question.
huh?
Vinny, did you think that other girl in Superbad was hot? The one that looked like a fucking rat?
Which one?
The thin one. She was real thin.
The one that Michael Cera liked. The one
Becca.
that wanted the
Becca.
gold
Becca.
slick vodka?
Becca.
No.
She was all hammered when he showed up.
No.
No, Emma Stone stole the show on that one. She was the shit. So anyway, what?
Stole the show. Anyway.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's Emma Stone, dude. I mean, come
yeah,
on.
yeah. Go ahead.
Anyway, so now I got I got a new gig now, and I have a 9 to 5 now, which is lovely, man. I have the weekends off, which is great, and I enjoy that, having to see a fucking weekend now. And again, like in the last episode, I talked about Falls. My buddies there, and I help with them out from time to time, but they're great people. But anyway, so I got a new gig now. So what I do is I work with I can't tell you exactly what I do, but I work with the next generation of the little folks, the next generation, and it's a little interesting day in and day out because they are not your conventional young folks. They've landed on hard times, so they're in a whole different world. So they're not your typical teenagers. But anyway, despite all that, still good kids anyway in the end. But so all day, every day, I hear different lingo. Every day I hear the new lingo that's coming up, and these guys age from teens to late 18s, early teens, in that from 15 to 18 kind of age group. So I hear them and I'm talking, they talk amongst each other. I'm listening, I'm just kind of in there and I'm observing, and so they're talking, and then I hear this over and over all day, merch, and I was like, I said, what are they talking about? It's MERCH, merch. And I was like, what the fuck are they saying? I'm puzzled. So I was like, you know what? It was at one point I went on a lunch break, and I said, I'm going to fucking Urban Dictionary this shit, because I got to figure out, this old man has to know what the fuck's going on. I got to know if I'm going to get killed or something, you know what I mean? So I got to know if I'm going to get murdered or stabbed. So I got to check it out, man. So, so it's a, merch. So
he's like, what? What?
It's a setup, dude. It's a fucking setup. So what it is, it's slang, of course. It's slang, and it's meaning to put it on that. Like, for example, say something like factual evidence. Like, if something, for example, I'll use the word in a sentence. It's like, she stated that the beef between those two, I can merch on it. Like it's factual, like it's the real deal. Merch, like you say, oh man, I stole that from that dude the other day, and I'd kick his ass. Merch. Like,
so instead of like seriously,
yeah,
or
say
like,
seriously,
or like the Kardashians did Bible. Instead
it's
of
merch.
that,
Yeah,
it's
so
merch now.
Yeah, it's merch. So it's slang
What
for
the
that.
hell? Where did that come from?
Able to prove with factual evidence, or that something that's claiming to be so that it's true.
I'm so confused.
I need to know where it came from. Why?
That's all I got. That's what they're predicting.
Well, you're gonna have to ask one of these kids where the hell did that come from.
But yeah, I did.
Where did it stem from?
Yeah, right.
But
But I was just because I didn't want to ask. Yeah, that's what I was in Chicago. It's slang meaning, but it's weird, dude. It's and then the other one is so that merch is one of them, and then the other one is like they'll say something like, on your mom, and it's like, what the fuck are we doing? Like it's just like
we're back to the mama shit again.
Yeah, on your mom, and it's like holy shit. And then there's this one particular kid that I find interesting, and I don't know if I should, but either way, and nobody's gonna know. Nobody listens. I got the ones listeners, I doubt. Anyway. So there's one particular kid, and you know he's you know they all have their ways, but they all have personalities. And that's the thing I guess that gets me for me is just they all have their personalities and they're interesting in their own way. But there's this one particular kid, and he's always like he's a little guy, and he's always mumbling, and he's always talking to himself. They all like to rap and stuff, and he's like talking to he'll be walking to class and he'll be like, oh man, yeah, blood, yeah, blood. It's like every other way, it's like, but he's talking to himself. It's just like it's a trip, man. It's just these kids are in a whole different world, man. It's just it's weird to see our next generation. It's just weird to see that these are the kids that'll be taking care of us, Vinny. They'll be taking care of us, and I'm scared.
I'm not gonna even understand what they're saying.
No, I know, but because like I said, they was just scared of shit. I thought they had, I thought somebody had Tourette's or something. But with a merch thing, I was like, holy shit, what are we doing here? Like, but it's a new slang, so that's the one I wanted to tell you about. It blew me away, merch. And I thought they were talking about merchandise. I thought they had, their own merch or something. I didn't know. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
I thought it was like it's mine. Like,
yeah.
It's
merch, like my merch.
Mine.
But it's factual. You gotta like prove it. It's like it's factual. Like I could tell you, I did it. It's real. Anyway, so that's what I learned the past month or so of my new gig here. That's what I've learned, and
it's pretty merch.
It's merch. Yeah. I don't know if I'm using it right, but anyway,
I don't either.
I don't know. But that aside, I hadn't seen it yet, and I wanted to see it, and we watched The Bodyguard with Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston. I hadn't seen
only like 40 years too.
No,
late.
I know. I hadn't seen it because I just didn't find no interest in it. Like I said, I like her, and then after watching that movie, I found like, oh, she's really hot. Like there was something she was crazy hot. Like I didn't notice that about her, that she was crazy hot.
As is Kevin Costner.
Oh, sure.
As is what's on the TV right now.
Oh yeah, Reigns. Yeah, Mr. Reigns. And then I love John Cena, and anything he does, I'll check out, man. He's doing Wipeout now. He's doing the Wipeout show, and we watched that. Me and Dylan watched the episode of that. It's funny, but after a couple episodes, it's like I get the gist of it.
Did you guys watch Nikki Stinky?
It was terrible, Vinny.
We couldn't finish it. I couldn't finish it.
It was so bad.
I wanted to like it bad. I just couldn't get into it.
Funny, dude.
It was. I tell you what, the beginning where he's like, where were they at? Was it Vegas? Is that where they were at? Vegas? Is that where they were at when they met him? Yeah, that beginning part was hilarious, and like Cena was hilarious in that first part. But then as it got further deep and I got halfway, I was just like, I kind of lost interest. But then no matter what, I love John Cena. He's something. He's got that thing about him.
I love him, and I think he's hilarious. But I just couldn't
do that. But he was in Wipeout. He's fantastic. Holy shit, this is pretty. What's going on? This is pretty sad. It's like remembering somebody.
Yeah.
Wyndham. Wyndham brothers.
The Fiend.
Okay.
Bray Wyatt.
Okay.
Passed away.
You guys remind what we were watching?
Oh yeah, we're watching the WrestleMania here. We're watching it here on Peacock. Peacock Premium. Who's that?
They're doing their Hall of Fame.
Okay, gotcha. Anyway, we're watching WrestleMania 40 here, and starting some new traditions. Something we'll start doing from now on. We'll start watching this stuff, and she got nunchucks. Anyway, we watched that Bodyguard Wipeout, and then the last thing we watched was it from Bloomhouse, right? Was it?
Yeah.
We watched Night Swim.
Hey, that's the Rock Mama right there.
Oh shit!
That's the Rock Mama there.
All right. Okay.
That's
crazy.
Night Swim?
Night Swim was atrocious. It was bad. So what it was like Amityville with the pool, right? Amityville.
Yeah.
Amityville with the pool. It was the pool was possessed. You know.
Yeah.
It was like.
It was so
it was bad.
Dumb.
It was bad.
I mean, so dumb.
It was bad.
So
dumb.
dumb.
It was rough. We had to get pushed through, but it was rough.
Look,
it was
we only
rough.
had
Was
like,
this on Shudder?
No, it's on Peacock.
It's on Peacock, but it's by that Blooming House, and
Look,
that's bad.
We only had like 15, 20 minutes left, and
I
we just
was
couldn't do
out.
it after.
I was
You
like,
guys
done.
have Shudder?
Yeah,
no, I did.
We did for a little while.
It got kind of you can get all of that. It's on. I think it's on Tubi or
yeah.
It just was really went off the rails, and I was like, I can watch this stuff other places.
Yeah, just it didn't have like what other there something's attached to Shudder. I can't remember which one it was, but I think it might be Tubi.
Could be.
Might be right.
Yeah,
It could
where
be.
you can see all the shit that's on Shudder. You can watch on Tubi.
I was like, because I was paying for it for a while, and I was like, it's not
Yeah,
even
and then
worth
just you just stop watching it.
It's not what I thought it was.
No, me neither. Us neither. Yeah. And by the way, I didn't know that Lone Star, cold refreshing Lone Star, has been in business for 140 years. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Thank you.
You got the good ones. You got the blue.
Yeah, thank you, Lone Star. Yes, the light, man. I gotta watch out my fat gut.
No, the red.
Dude, I get
That shit.
I get schnockered.
We were at a car show one day, and they were like, "Hey man, you want a Lone Star?" And they gave me a red one. Oof. I was like, "Yeah." And I started slamming them down. I woke up the next day. I felt like I got fucking hit in the head with a bat, dude.
That's why I don't mess with those, dude.
I was like, every time somebody's like, red pill, blue pill, and I was like, give me the fucking blue pill.
Blue
that
all the
shit
time.
was fucking horrible red.
And back to my the youth that I work with. Back to my friends of the youth there. One last thing, they are obsessed with the G2 pins, the gel pins, the G2. G2 are like gold.
The pilot.
Those are
G2
gold.
pilot
Where I work at, those are gold. Just so don't just FYI, that's popular with the kids there. The G2s as they refer to them. But yeah, Night Swim was atrocious, man. It was bad. I was hoping for something good because I like a good scary movie, but it was heinous. It was bad. It didn't work out for me. What else? And then I wanted to hit this one thing before we head out. What? Oh, good.
Oh no, I was just gonna say we need to make sure that we talk about your patch.
Oh yeah, sure. So last week I had this on, and I've been wearing. So I've been I'm feeling fat as of late, so got my jacket on, but I'm also in my I'm also into my I'm into Bender. I've been watching a lot of Bender from Breakfast Club. Bender. I'm into Bender right now. I'm feeling him go through.
What are we doing?
Yeah, I am. So Bender. But I had Jennifer. I bought this patch at one of your shows, Vinnie, at one of your the fucking what you call it, just tripping shows. This patch.
Oh wow, that's Mos de Nero's right there.
And I had to finally. I got Jennifer. I tried to get Jennifer. We haven't gotten to the part where we can get the sewing right. So I had to go to her mom. I had to go to mom.
No, I don't sew.
So I had to go to mom.
Hey,
and mom.
We'll put a little plug up for Mos.
It's a stitch, right?
Stitching it creepy.
Yeah.
Was it
Stitching it creepy?
Stitching it creepy. Yeah, they got phenomenal quality patches, man. If you want patches, you could get with those cats. And I got my Chevrolet because that's all we drive is Chevys, and then and the K.
I don't drive.
Well, not anymore, but
I don't
I'm just
drive
saying.
any Chevy.
Well, not anymore, but it's usually a Chevy house around here. Usually a Chevy house. And then also the patches, another patch. One of my favorite patches is Cheap Thrills from Oliver.
Oh, Oliver. Yeah,
Oliver, good people.
I'll probably see him this weekend.
Oh, well, you're going down to
we're going to Fandango.
Okay,
I'll see him this week and say what's up.
Good time, man. Will we have you next week, or you won't be able to make it next week?
No, I will not be here.
Okay.
Maybe.
That's okay.
Maybe.
Hey, we'll see.
It's a maybe.
Yeah, it's okay.
I know he has a new podcast that he started.
Okay. Yeah, no, I love going down there and going to the shop and buying T-shirts and shit. They always got a bunch of T-shirts at that place at the Heart. Was it Heart and Hand, right? Yeah. Heart and Hand. His little shop there, his little pop-up shop. Anyway, so we're gonna wrap this sucker up here in a second. I just had a couple of things I wanted to hit on real quick before we head out. They're gonna do they're redoing the moving on. Good Times. They're moving on. They're doing Good Times again.
Oh, I heard that.
They're doing Good Times. They're rebooting it. That's the wrong song.
Is it animated?
I was thinking about it. Good Times was
It's gonna be animated.
Yeah, ain't we lucky we got a good time? Yeah, that one. I was thinking about Jeffersons. Anyway, yes, they're gonna redo it as a cartoon. It's gonna be rebooted as a cartoon animated series on Netflix. So I'm looking forward to that. I used to love James and.
Dude, Netflix is they're trying to come out of their slump.
If nobody knows this, look up Willona. No, not Willona. What was the sister's name on Good Times? Not Willona. Willona was hot too, but the sister was Thelma. If you got time, Google Thelma from Good Times, and she was hot. When I was a kid, I was like, whoa, this is a whole different flavor of hot. You know, there's different flavors, you know, and that she was a different flavor, and she was attractive back in the day. She was really pretty. She was a pretty gal. And so, yeah, Good Times going to reboot it as animation. What? Well, no, for the times.
She's like a damn flounder. She got an eye on each side of her head.
To what?
She has an eye on like each side of her head.
Thelma?
Yeah.
Really? She was. I thought she was a good.
Was like ET or what?
Yeah, she was a good-looking kid when I was
Oh
young.
my God, this guy here.
Yeah,
Oh man, them eyes are far
And,
apart.
even Willona. Willona was hot too.
Jake Paul?
Check out Willona was got too. I think Willona is
talking about like all the stuff that he's done.
Willona. No, she wasn't. I thought that was Will Fresh Prince's mom. I don't think it was her. No.
Jake or
Different.
Logan? Jake or Logan?
Jake.
Is he coming up or what?
Yeah, he's coming up.
Who's he?
You
Who's
mean
going
Logan?
Randy Orton.
Logan.
man.
I'm sorry.
Logan.
So
Logan
you
Paul,
keep saying
Logan Paul.
Jake.
Logan Paul.
This
that-
lady?
Willona. But yeah, go down later in the years though.
Thelma?
You got to look through the seasons. You're going for the first one. You got to.
Well, I don't know what I'm looking for here.
I know.
You
No, but
gotta
it's
see
just-
this kid.
What's
This
that?
kid is fucking phenomenal.
Let's see.
Vinny, who's not listening to the podcast.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. It's
No,
okay.
I'm
Yeah,
totally
yeah,
listening.
yeah, it's okay.
Like,
And then the last thing I wanted to hit on, one other thing I wanted to hit on was, what's that? Oh, him? Yeah, Logan? Yeah. Logan.
he's on a big prime bottle.
Nice, dude. Shit. What was it?
Is that like a conflict of interest or something? I mean,
No, I don't think so.
for him to be there doing this stupid
look at that
shit.
truck. That's a nice truck.
Ew.
He's really rich, so.
This dumb truck. Look at it. It's like a
Is
little
it?
kid's truck.
Look at that.
Oh my God.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
That's good marketing.
I'm out.
It's good
Bombshell,
marketing. I
bomb
like
pop
it.
colors.
Yeah, it's
Bombshell.
Ice
Bomb
pop.
yeah, it's a hell of a marketing.
Let's see what comes out.
Anyway, just one last thing before we go. Nice little fun fact before we walk out of here and get the hell out of here and move on to the squared circle here.
Oh
Logan
my
Paul.
God.
He's gonna jizz.
Oh.
Busting. Yeah. Shoot it. Yeah.
Oh, he's shooting.
Nice, dude.
Stupid. Nothing's even coming out of there.
Anyway, real quick. Look at the little prime
Yeah, it's
bottle.
a prime bottle.
Remember Shop did that? The prime bottle. Anyway, last little fun fact: bananas. You know how bananas have those little annoying little things the little tatters that fall off the little strings and shit on the
Yeah.
banana. What?
If you peel it from the bottom, you don't get those.
No, I know, but you know what those? You know what those are?
That's how I peel it now.
What is it?
Yeah, what is that?
Shit.
I
I
just
lost-
eat it.
I lost my-
No, ever since I learned the bottom thing, like
Yeah,
donkey,
Yeah,
like monkeys
it's
do
crazy
it.
Hey, 'cause
what
the monkeys do it.
teach
Yeah,
us,
Yeah,
right?
I do that all the time. I do it all the time now.
Yeah. So that's that part. Those things those distribute the nutrients to the fruit. Those are the nerves.
Okay,
I never
okay.
understand why nobody
Nerves.
eats it. It's just part of the damn
It's the banana. Eat the shit. It's just eat it
I
all.
would like pull it off on purpose. And
My
just-
daughter loves bananas.
Yeah,
bro.
dude. I mean,
Loves
that's
bananas.
that's the best part.
Banana?
That's like the
Banana?
Those are the veins of the banana. That's his
I did not know that.
It's pulp.
yeah, that's his thing, man.
Oh, that's
Anyway,
cool. That's cool.
I had to throw that banana thing out there before. I was trying to get it in there earlier, but I couldn't figure a spot to get it in there, so I threw it in there. So
So you
Anyway.
you stuck it in after assisted suicide.
oh yeah, that's true. You know, potassium. You know, you got to need potassium for the
Gotta
body.
put- yeah, you need the potassium.
It all works. It's all circle of life thing. I don't know. Do you have anything, Vinny? I know Vinny's chomping at the bit. We're gonna get into this WrestleMania 40
Nah,
here.
bro, I'm just watching.
No, we're good. We're good. No, we're good. We're good.
Happy birthday to Jackie Chan. He's
Oh
the-
yeah, Jackie Chan, 70
today?
Yeah, and then Russell Crowe too.
Turned
Russell,
60.
Russell Crowe's fat as shit now, man. He's more of a Russell.
But I thought they
got
were
road rage.
they were working on Gladiator
Buzzard.
2.
Huh?
Buzzard.
They're working on Gladiator 2.
With him?
Yes.
What's he gonna do?
I don't know.
Oh, he can't be.
But
In
yeah,
the
they're
ring.
working on Gladiator 2.
I want to get one of those suits.
By the
I
way.
want one of those. Oh, see, we could steal one of those, dude. The prime suits, the little.
So for the people out there that are listening, WrestleMania is me and my son's Super Bowl. I know a lot of people they go out big, they do things for Super Bowl. You know, it's a big deal. WrestleMania for us is Super Bowl, and it's been like that ever since this kid was born. Like, you know, it's a big deal for us. So yeah, that's why we're watching it, and I'm watching it. You know, with the fam. So
no, we're
yeah.
watching it. Like I said, I didn't. Like I said, I can multitask. Sometimes it depends on what we're doing. I can multitask.
Like we watched Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, we watched Super Bowl.
Yeah,
so
we were
did
watching
that too,
Super
yeah.
Bowl.
But yeah, we're watching the wrestling here. This is a new, hopefully we'll start, like I said, new 52 tradition here. Hopefully next year we can go bigger and we'll have a big smorgasbord next time, and we'll have charcuterie boards or something like that maybe next time. A little meat. Little meat and cheese. Little meat and cheese.
Some
Lunchables. Well, fuck it, we'll go Lunchables. Yeah.
Some prime drinks.
Some prime
We
drinks
gotta
everywhere.
get some primes up here, man. So we can start plugging this guy.
It's funny.
Yeah, man.
He's good. He's good. I don't think he needs your support.
And then after, just be sure to keep on the social media because we're gonna. Well, by the time this comes out, we'll have done it. But we're gonna try. We're gonna try this. Probably a lot of shit in the thing.
ASMR real quick.
We're gonna do. We're gonna have some roasted garlic oysters and then chips and then squid chips. So
Barbecue squid.
Jennifer stopped by the World Market there and got us some treats for us.
That's our other segment.
So that's gonna be our little segment, little spin off there, the big tasty, big tasty segment. So we're gonna spin off on that and get into that. And then if you want to know, just fun fact, you want to know where the big tasty thing came from, what that name came from. If anybody gives a shit, I'm gonna give it anyway. I don't care if you want to know. It came from the Goldbergs. His brother was Big Tasty. His rapper name was Big Tasty.
His rapper name.
So, and I like that, and I wanted to keep that. So I like that little.
Also, if any of the ones of listeners find any weird ass snacks that you want the guys to try, be sure to send those over.
Eat it.
Ask for an address, and we'll be sure to give you one.
Yeah.
So
they
can have some really disgusting stuff.
Me and Vinnie or Mikey will try anything. So we'll eat it, man. We'll be Mikey and we'll eat it all. So yeah, just send us some weird shit if you want to send it to us or tell us about it. If you got something weird that we should eat, we're gonna try it. And then we also missed our. I wish we had it in time. We didn't get it in time, but we wanted to get. There was some total eclipse of the heart snacks too. The solar eclipse. There was snacks that came out. That came out at the fast food joints and shit.
So if you don't hear from us, next week it's because we all died from the eclipse and
some radiation.
Everything just came to an end, and
So yeah, but anyway,
share, like, and subscribe.
Yeah, man. And then Angel, I don't know if you want to tell everybody what you've been doing lately with our friend there.
So basically, I'm growing as far as an editor and producer in life. I've been hired by, his name's Happy Lens Media, Gio.
Yep.
He's been doing a lot of stuff for Conroe, and Dragon Ball Z is a big one for San. Our friend San, Kofe Numpang, all that.
Yeah, he's a great part of the community.
He is teaching me his ways, and we're growing.
So that means Angel's going to have to make our ugly faces better and put us in better content and stuff like that. So we're going to do more content, and we want to put more stuff out there because we're going to keep going. Like I said, I've always said it. I don't give a shit if there's 5 people listening, 1 person listening.
No, I think
20,
we have more than 5 people listening.
No, we're gonna. Yeah, no. Hey, we're gonna keep pushing this thing. We're not stopping. We're gonna keep going. Even if you don't give a shit.
We got some listeners, and thank you to all our listeners.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all, man. So Angel's working on getting his as the kids would say, his glow up there with the producing thing.
They listen to us on the way to work. They listen to us while they're cleaning the house. They listen to us. Hey, brother, they listen to us.
Just don't put us on where you're banging because that's weird. Nobody wants to hear me or Vinny in the background.
Hey, they might want to hear me though. Hey,
nobody wants to hear us in the background.
Your King Kniff thing.
Oh yeah, they might like that. They put it on repeat and shit.
Yeah, like that? Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, episode 107. Shit, man. Stay tuned for the next one, and like I said, keep an eye on our chips and stuff, all the silly shit we eat. So, thank y'all, and again, stay tuned.
I was just in my office and I heard a ruckus.